Hello, you guys. Pretty much, I just seen the 100 Eyes special, so let me give you a brief review of what I've seen. So, pretty much, the episode begins with 100 Eyes, pretty much a meditation, deep meditation, preparing himself for, the eventual attack of Kublai Khan's 25 best warriors, Mongols. So, you see him meditating, you see him literally with like a chain, with just straight little daggers at the end of each one, and I believe his fellow, that was monk brethren saying, remember the oath we made, it's to the death. So, yeah, 100 Eyes just totally kicks ass, kills 25 of Kublai's best warriors without a scratch on him. And he's eventually seized after one of the commanders says to the men that 100 Eyes will be viable to the Khan. And 100 Eyes actually saved somewhat by a mysterious woman who I believe is going to play his handmaiden in season 2. So I'm looking forward to more in the backstory on that. So 100 Eyes shows up to Kublai Khan's court, and Kublai was saying, how in the world did you kill 25 of my best warriors? Is it dark magic? The humor of Kublai Khan. So 100 Eyes is saying that you talk about, my fighting, the monk's fighting style as being, evil, la-di-da, wondering how's the art of peace. But it's like you kill, you destroy temples, just because of your supposed destiny, And Kublai responds saying, first off, your Taoist monks were hiding my enemies. And no one's better than the Khan, greater than the Khan, and also, leaders before me will just torch the entire place from every crook to nook, every ass to jackass, child, mama, all that shit. But I keep the craftsmen because they are of use and purpose. So, pretty much, he asks his 100 Eyes, is he afraid, to die? 100 Eyes says he doesn't cling to life, therefore, there's a difference. So Kublai Khan's impressed by his answer. So Kublai Khan tells his men to take him away, and we see 100 Eyes put in a prison, and he's blindfolded, and he's supposed to face, I believe, the prison's toughest wrestler. So he kills everybody pretty much, and after that, he's gathered up, and Khan says to him, "Do you think I was like a fool? You think I didn't expect you to do this? I knew he was going to do that. I just want to have some type of, consolation prize out of this. I want to see if you could actually fight blindfolded. You pretty much, proved to me that you could. So, you're about to die for killing the son of my grandfather's greatest general. So, yeah, that's your punishment." So, he mentions a white crane from a certain river that he got a few years ago and how he never used it on anyone yet. And it'll be the perfect opportunity. So you have this really fucked up scene. You got the crane coming out, that snake coming out, and it just fucks up his eyes, 100 Eyes' eyes, blinds the shit out of him. And you just see Kublai just sitting there in deep thought, and you can just hear the screams echo. It's sort of like your fingernails scratching the chalkboard. So, yeah. After that, you see 100 Eyes, after being blinded, finally, after the misery and all that stuff, he finally regains his skills, and he eventually plays chess with the Khan. And through this conversation with the Khan, he says that even though he's blind, he can finally see the world for what it truly is, and that was the biggest obstacle for a Taoist master, is to overcome himself, and he finally done that. So Khan says that there's other temples, Taoist temples, that he could destroy and wipe them clean off the face of the earth. But he wanted 100 Eyes to teach his men and his war ministers, pretty much to prove their usefulness. And if they're useful, he'll keep them alive. And he also asked one more favor. That favor turned out to be his son. And 100 Eyes and him turned to have a really good mentor-student relationship. We also find out that Jingham's real name is not actually Jingham. It's actually Altai. And that after Kublai and Jingham gives 100 Eyes his temple, his little thing, his little training ground, temple, whatever you want to call it, that he's the one that actually gave Jingham his Chinese name, which means golden. So that was really interesting. So my last comments in regards to that special, I had no idea that Jingham and 100 Eyes was that close to each other. I knew they trained. You could tell there was some type of relationship, but I had no idea they were that close. I could say they're probably as close, if not closer, than Marco and 100 Eyes is after, season 1. But one thing I wanted that I'm looking forward to for season 2 is that I wonder if it wasn't just Marco's apparent closeness with his father that really pissed Jingham off, but also the fact that Marco had a closer, if not as good, relationship with 100 Eyes. So I think that's possibly another reason why Jingham was so jealous and furious with Marco, besides Marco just being a foreigner, So, yeah, I think that was one interesting thing about the episode. Besides that, I would say that how, in terms of recklessness, and just, Marco is very similar to his master, And it took 100 Eyes to get blinded for him to actually become a wise sage. So you're wondering, because Marco season 1 is really reckless. So you're wondering what is going to take for Marco to become this wise, as wise as his master, the guy that told everybody about China and all the other stuff from the East. So, I'm interested about that. Another thing that I would like to say is that I hope there's more Marco Kublai Khan scenes, and also I wish there's way more Marco, Biamba, and Biamba's woman. Because Marco and that actress that plays Biamba's wife, they have too much fucking chemistry. Like, I want to see more scenes between them and less scenes between Marco and the Blue Princess, even though they're destined lovers, unfortunately. So thanks for watching my video on the 100 Eyes special. I'm having some more videos later on for y'all to enjoy and view. Adios.